With Bowser in the party, the three heroes made the most unlikely trio. Peach attempted to explain the quest to Bowser, but it made him grunt in confusion. As Mario walked ahead, he spotted something that made him briefly stop and stare. "What is it, Mario?" asked Peach as she turned to see the blue expanse ahead. The great glittering waves of the tile pool stretched as far as she could see. Fort Francis was somewhere across the water. Chapter 3-2! Bloops ahoy! Seriously. Hey everybody, it's chuggaaconroy. Welcome back to more Super Paper Mario! In the last episode, we got Bowser to join our group after some very humorous dialogue, to say the least. And in this episode, what do you say we play as him for a bit? Because I want some fillet of fish. There we go. So yes, Bowser is actually pretty useful underwater because for some odd reason you can breathe fire underwater. Not sure why that is, but hey. Right here we have these green cheeps, which are kind of seldomly seen in the Mario universe, so let's go ahead and just hit them. Did that one drop anything? No, it didn't. Okay. This area, the tile pool. Pun of tide pool. As you know, I love my puns, so I love pointing them out. So, this area is kind of... as sad as it is, considering you just got Bowser, and it's kind of nice to play as new characters. I hate to say it, but this area is really big and open in 3D, as you can see, and it's just... I'm probably going to be sticking with Mario for this area as a result, just because there's a lot, and I mean a lot of secrets. There we have a Blooper, which is yet another new enemy. Let's see if we can jump on it. Can I jump on it? I'm just trying to get these coins, really. I'm not really trying to get in its way, but it's kind of having it against me now. Something that I haven't really been pointing out much in this game is the music, and I will say openly that Super Paper Mario, in my opinion, doesn't really have that great of a soundtrack. I mean, it's got some okay songs, but it's not, like, wonderful like the first two games. But this is one song that I just flat out love. This is one of the... whoa. Camera. There's the camera rearing its ugly head again. But I'll be quiet for just a few minutes so you can listen to it. Okay, I think that's enough. But yeah, I think you get it. This is a really good song. It has a really good beat. I like everything about it. This is one of my favorite Mario songs, actually, and I think it's one of the more underrated ones. Once again, this area is called Tile Pool, if you want to look it up. There's been somebody who's actually been leaving video responses to all my videos where they always reply, like, with the music that was in the video, which is kind of cool, I guess. You know, sharing video game music is always nice. But yeah. I kind of like how it's got, like, this gridded look to it, and you're, like, making waves in it. It looks just really cool. Like, I could just sit here and do this all the... okay, maybe not really. Maybe I'm just being too positive at this point, but hey. Right here we have some stakes that look like they should be able to be pounded down, but we can't do anything about that yet, so we're just going to go on. I'm going to save right here. Even though we just had a save point at the end of the previous chapter, again, I don't know why there's save blocks outside of Flipside. They seem so pointless. The only time that I think they'd be good is if before, like, a major boss fight, but... only, like, 2 of the bosses in this game do I actually find difficult, so, yeah, I don't get it. Over here, we have some... whoa! Japanese! Yeah, tentacles. So, I don't know about you guys, but I like octopus tentacles, you know, as a delicacy, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I'm just weird like that. Maybe I'm turning Asian. I don't know. Turning Japanese! Yeah, there we go. Right here, we have a gold bar worth 100 coins. Very, very useful to pick that up. Even if coins are not that useful in this game, still really, really nice. So we're going to go over here, and if I recall, we can just walk on by these guys, of course. No need to fight the enemies all the time. If I recall, this area's got something really, really good. Those walls are really cool looking. And we got bloopers that are able to flip into 3D as well, so that's kind of weird. Now, I don't know if you guys remember this, but back when this game was first coming out, I thought the commercial for this game was, like, the coolest thing ever. Remember, like, remember that, well, I don't know if I'd say coolest thing ever, but Nintendo's always known for having either really, really good ads or really, really bad ads, and I really like the one for this game, and that was, remember those, We Would Like to Pray ads? You remember those? I'm not referring to the collaborative LP channel, I'm referring to the, you know, commercials they used to have. Now... what was really cool about them, and I probably better switch Bowser here. What was really cool about them was I remember in the commercial they had for Super Paper Mario, they were like in this guy's apartment, and then they like had the camera like swivel around just like it does in the game, so it looked like his apartment was flipping from 2D to 3D. And I just thought that was like the coolest dang effect. Like it was right when I was first starting to get fascinated with video editing and just visual effects and that kind of stuff. And I remember that. Can I collect that item, please? Please? Don't let it disappear on me. We got Inky Sauce, a squiddy sauce, which restores 3 HP, cures poison. I guess that Blooper just had like a bowl on him randomly. Let's, you know what? I'll just, what do I want to eat? I'll have the roast horsetail because I'm missing exactly 10 HP. And I'll just take the egg back. Okay, so, here we go. Hey! In case you ain't heard, I throw a lot of girth around these parts. I'm gonna check you out to make sure you get the weight to hang with me. Alright, let's start by checking that face of yours. Do that shaggy eyebrows. That's not even kinda girthy. You get 50 girth points. Alright, I gotta check the girthiness of those clothes of yours. What's more girthy than a giant spiky shell? That's worth 100 girth points. Girth check on the body coming up. That's where the real heavy comes in from. Look at this guy. Look him up in the dictionary. He's the definition of girth. A super heavyweight right here. Bam! 10,000 girth points. The sheer girthitude on display here is blowing my mind. There's no getting around it. You got heavy like I've never seen before. Any fool that gets in your way will just have to girth him up. Love it. Smash and squish those lightweights. You're going places with girth like that, and I want to come along for the ride. And we get a new pixel, Thudley. The ground pixel named Thudley joined you. Now you can unleash a powerful attack on anything right below you when you jump. You can even use the ground pound on enemies underwater. With our girth combined, nobody can stop us. But you gotta get out of this room first. Put my heavyweight power to work. And just to show what would happen if you did this with Peach, just because I thought it would be funny. Alright, let's start by checking that face of yours. Look at those big eyes. You make my girthy heart flutter, girl. Those eyes of yours have got some heavy to them. You get 70 girth points. Alright, I gotta check the girthiness of those clothes of yours. Is he thinking of removing them? Because that's what it sounds like. A pink dress, it takes guts to wear that. Bam, 100 girth points. It's like the world ends with you. I have to have bravery stat to go out wearing ridiculous clothes. Girth check on the body coming up. That's where the real heavy comes in. Unbelievable. You might be a slender thing, but you got a beefy spirit, girl. I wouldn't mess with a chick like you. You get 1 million. She did better than Bowser. Sheer girthitude on display here is blowing my mind. There's no getting around it. You got a heavy like I've never seen before. Oh my god. This is too good. Yet another moment of awesome dialogue from this game. Or rather monologue, because only one character's talking. Okay, so we now have the ability to do ground pounds, which is kind of weird because you could do that normally in other Mario games, and yet in this game it's not. I mean, with throw... okay. Throw, you don't really have throwing powers in too many Mario games, unless you want to count like Mario's Clash or picking up Koopa shells, maybe. But in more recent games, you more so kick them than throw them. Like in Galaxy 2 and stuff like that. Boomer is an item. Slim, okay, that's flipping around, which that was a power in Paper Mario 2 as odd as this. But Thudley, that's just the ground pound. You've had that in other Mario games. It doesn't really seem to count as a power. I mean, granted, Thudley is not anywhere near the worst example of this, of just a power that you've had in other Paper Mario games, but it's just... I don't know. I always thought that Thudley was just kind of weird and just kind of something that shouldn't have necessarily been a pixel power, if that makes any sense. Because the thing is, your characters don't really get new powers on their own. It's all being granted to you through the pixels. I mean, you've noticed that we don't even have a hammer in this game when the hammer's been a standard gameplay mechanic in the other Paper Mario games. In fact, in Thousand Year Door, you even start with one. Now, it kind of sucks that they give us Spike Goombas right here. Can I just... Wow, that was pathetic. Wanted to flip into 3D, but I was like, nah, I shouldn't. Yeah, whatever. So, going over here. Let's see if we can hurt these. I'm kind of curious. Never actually tried. That was a pit? Okay. Forget you saw that. Let's see, what else do we got over here? I'm pretty sure that there's something we can get over here if we just go all the way. And wow, tentacles are weird. Right here, you want to memorize this. This is why you want to come over here. You want to remember, up, down, down, up, down, up. You recall those 6 sticks that were in the ground that we couldn't pound before? Yeah, that tells you which ones you want to pound with Thudley. So I'll meet you guys back there. Also some coins in here if you want them. The butt is mightier than the sushi! So, after we pound all those, if you accidentally pounded one that you're not supposed to, you can just pound it again and it'll pop right back up. So no big deal if you screw up on this. Not difficult at all. So, we got a new door here. Let's go on through. And right here, because it's just something funny that I kind of like doing, we're going to want to switch to Bowser right here. We have a new enemy right there who I'll be bioing on screen right now just because, well, I don't have Tippy, of course. Wow, that thing actually had a lot of HP. 8 damage from Bowser didn't kill it. Alright, they get 400 points each, which isn't too bad, so I guess they're kind of worthwhile killing. How close am I to a level, speaking of which? Wow, I'm actually kind of far from a level, so I was gonna say that I'll kill all of them if I'm close to a level, but I'm not really, and that's kind of cool looking, that sunken ship. I mean, this is kind of like predating NES. This is kind of bloop! Oops, you forgot your face! Bloop bloop! What's going on? Okay, look at Bowser's arms! That's why I always love playing as Bowser in this part. I love Bowser's arms! I'm sorry, I just think that's like the funniest thing. Just look at him go, he's still going! Who knew Bowser had such mean arms on him? Blue, blue, blue. Hey, Land Freaks, how'd you like a tentacle sandwich? And he finally stops. Okay, so, any character can hurt this boss. Interestingly, there's a screenshot of this boss that was released before this game came out that shows Tippy in your party when you're fighting this boss, which is an impossibility because you can never refight this boss at any time in the future. So, I'm not sure if it has an unused tattle thing, but we can show it on screen right now. If there is, I'll go ahead and show it stats because there is no way for us to bio this. Simply put, you just want to go ahead and breathe fire. Look at Bowser's face. No, not there, please, anywhere but there. You just want to hit the red tentacle whenever it comes up. This boss is not difficult. It's just pretty much a waiting game. You can jump out of the water if a tentacle's going to hit you. Not tough at all. So, this is admittedly kind of one of the less exciting bosses, and it kind of sucks that you didn't have Tippy. It will not let you escape. It raises up its tentacles up into the air if you try to jump over them. So, yeah. Honestly, I don't see how you could ever lose to this boss. Not like this game's known for having difficult bosses, like I've said, but still. There we go. Did 8 more damage. Could use Thudley for this, but I personally just find it easier to just dodge the tentacles and then breathe fire on Bowser. Plus, I like calamari. What can I say? Even though I was saying octopus tentacles were good before, and I know calamari is squid, and they are not quite the same thing. It's kind of like how Squidward in SpongeBob is an octopus. I never got why he was named Squidward. I don't know. Maybe I'm just overthinking children's cartoons a lot. Then again, people on the internet do it all the time. Let's breathe fire, and bloop! And that was seriously it. 3 hits from Bowser's fire for 8 damage, and you are good to go. So, I'm gonna go and switch back to Mario now that Bowser's arm fiasco is done. Again, I love that way more than I should, because it is just, it looks so funny how he just spins his arms that fast. And he keeps it up for so long. Anyway, that does it for the tile pull. No secrets to be found here, I don't think. Let's do this. I guess we're ending it off here. Next time on Super Paper Mario, we're going to be going to Dotwood Tree, which is the next area that we were told of by that guy at the start of the chapter that we'd have to go to. See you guys then. End of chapter.